5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Heyo, we are back to the Drunken Nerds. We took a week off, but we are
really
back
take
here.
a week off.
Yeah, I mean, we did stream last week, but an actual podcast this week.
Yeah, we're back to normal. Back to normal after a couple weeks. So this is really our first normal show in almost a month, I think. So we'll see how it goes.
We got a lot to talk about. Where are you now? Because you're a little slow there on the stream.
I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. Wi-Fi is not the best here. The cell phone service not the best here. I'm in the middle of Wisconsin. It's cold. It snowed yesterday. Not feeling it.
We can tell over there. It's just Wisconsin's surprised to even have Wi-Fi though. So
yeah, I mean it snowed yesterday. Can't believe that. Can't believe they have Wi-Fi. It's not my favorite place. Some of the places in Wisconsin are pretty good. This isn't one of them.
Okay.
I had some cheese curds today though, so that was pretty good.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
you go from Florida, nice warm weather, to that.
Yeah, so I really didn't have much clothing as well. So I was just wearing like layer. I was probably about 6 inches thicker than I should have been just because I was stuffing layers yesterday, working outside in the snow.
Gonna survive.
Yeah, it was not a fun transition.
Yeah, so for the people that don't know, we just got back from Wrestlemania.
We survived.
So I mean, barely survived. Yeah, it was a close call.
Yeah,
but it was amazing in Tampa.
Not good weather.
Not good weather. I said not good.
you were about to say good weather. No,
I was supposed to be freezing here too. I'm in New Hampshire. It's cold here. I'm like, it was actually kind of warm there, but it was pouring rain the entire time.
Warm, but rained most of the time. Kind of put a damper on the show, but kind of put a damper on your travel. So.
Yeah, I had a rough trip trying to get there. Very rough trip trying to get there.
But you made it home okay.
Okay, maybe, yeah. It wasn't fun. I mean, waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, hungover from WrestleMania, trying to get on a plane is not a fun time.
Now, everybody I listen to that goes to WrestleMania yearly or every other year, they're like, why did I book the early flight home Monday? And they're like, yeah, but year in, year out, we still do the same thing. So, I mean, this is our first WrestleMania. So my second overall, but first in a long time. So maybe we'll learn that lesson next year and book the Monday night flight home.
Yeah, I was trying to get in the good graces of my family, thinking like I just kind of left them last minute to go to WrestleMania. I'm like, I should at least try to come back during the day.
You're worthless that day anyway, though.
Worthless. I mean, I was in rough shape. It was horrible.
So I got to the airport, and luckily I got to the airport early because I had to clear out of the hotel. So I had to clear out of the hotel, which got me to the airport maybe 2.5 hours early, and I'm lucky I was. I've never seen anything like the line to check bags. It was unreal. You'd think they'd have more people working. There were WrestleMania signs all over the airport. Like they'd planned for this, full flights. Now, I waited about an hour and 15 minutes to check my bag. And where I was in line when I left, the line had basically doubled. So it was, those people might have been looking at a 2-hour line to check the bag. So they were screwed. I made it on my flight. Okay, that's all that matters.
That's true. We made it back. I don't know how. I watched your dead corpse when I left the hotel room.
I did have to take a 3-hour plane ride, deal with the airport, getting my bags, picking up a car, and then drive for another 3 hours. So that was not fun, but it was a long day of travel, but I survived.
Yeah.
I'd say that was really the only bad side of WrestleMania. The other one was the beer prices.
Yeah, that was insane.
Wild. Never seen anything like that at a sporting
$20 a beer.
Yeah, well, those were doubles, so that's about fair. But the bottles at 16 was outrageous.
Yeah. No, it was not a cheap
And
WrestleMania.
they
Sure.
seemed like they might have been left over from the Super Bowl, which was almost 2 months ago at this point.
Oh, they definitely were left over. 100%. So
Other
it was
than that,
interesting.
awesome event.
Yeah.
It's nice to have live wrestling back.
The only other bad thing is we ordered about $200 worth of DoorDash on the second night of WrestleMania.
On
We
top
both
of my
passed
first
out.
night. Luckily, they couldn't find the hotel on my first night, and I got refunded for what I ordered. So
Yeah.
kind of won there. So I still get some DoorDash credit. We'll have to use that the next get
When I
together.
woke up at like 6 a.m., like I woke up at 5 a.m. on the couch, and then I finally rolled myself over to the bed for like 30 minutes. We had like a full buffet of food. Even a chocolate lava cake was sitting there.
I think I saw you grab into the lava cake on your way out, but
just to get a dip, saying that we touched one piece of food throughout the entire night. Yeah,
the wait was a killer. You know, it's hard waiting 2 hours for DoorDash when you're
right.
pretty.
And also, if you watched the WWE WrestleMania, especially last week, the beer bets, we actually did do those last week, and that
beer for beer, and we paid our dues.
Yeah, that put us out of commission quickly.
Might not have been the smartest idea.
Yeah, but also we actually went to this WrestleMania with another one of the Half Naked Men, which we should have done an interview with.
Live from WrestleMania.
Yeah, he had a shirt on at WrestleMania.
He did.
So I'll give him credit on that one. So, all right, so let's move on. So we made it back to WrestleMania. I don't know how.
I'm going to say we're going to skip talking. We did a full special about wrestling last week, so we're going to skip it.
Right, no wrestling.
Yeah.
No wrestling at all.
You're welcome.
All right, let's get to the Half Naked Men.
This week's hangover.
All right, so this week, or week and a half, there's been some news, still not a ton. I mean, we're still kind of in a down slope here.
Now, it seems like there's been a lot of little stuff, not a lot of big stuff.
Yeah, enough to talk about. But I know the biggest thing for you, Schubert, so Disney parks, they're adding some new features, some new stuff.
Yeah, so the first part I'm excited for, I don't know if you saw this, there's a rumor going around, and it looks like Disney's filed a patent for functioning lightsabers for Galaxy's Edge.
So better than what they have now.
Obviously. Yeah, not actually functioning, like they're not going to cut stuff in half. Or, they're not going to bounce off each other, but they will actually have a glowing beam rather than that. I know the current ones, they're pretty cool, but they have that like long, basically light bulb.
Right. So now they go for $200. So
yeah,
they're going to go for about $500 probably now.
I'd say pretty up there. It's rumors I've seemed to heard kind of think they might launch simultaneously with the new hotel opening up.
That would make sense. That's opening up this year, right?
Very soon, I think.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. That's kind of like a probably take my money and don't even show me the price thing.
Exactly.
The last one I didn't get, the last time I visited, I came really, really close. I had my lightsaber build academy experience booked and I canceled it maybe 25 hours out, right the last minute before I couldn't get my deposit back because I was like, that thing's too big to carry around. If I could just have just that little handle part, I'd be in business.
Yes, this is definitely another thing they're going to add on to the full event. Probably, book your time to make a lightsaber, and that one, $500 later, be good to go.
There seems like there'd be more to it. There's got to be technology inside. So I don't think that's something you could build like the other one.
So you think it's just going to be like a one-off thing? Like
I think that's probably. Area? I think there's probably going to be different styles, but I don't think there's going to be sort of the customization there is currently with the.
Okay.
Yeah, it just seems like there would be too much in there that you couldn't really play around with.
All right, we're in. Something new for lightsaber wise. Why not? Let's go check it out.
I seem to. It seems like I buy a magic wand every time I go to Harry Potter World.
It's true. Why not? So another thing, should we talk about Avengers Campus? That's opening up pretty soon, right? I keep seeing pictures of it.
They finally gave an announce date. It had sounded like, with the California parks only reopening soon, it sounded like Avengers Campus, which was planned to open up around this time, was going to be a couple more months, and they were going to wait till they had higher capacity crowds. But it's actually real soon. I think it's within the next month or two. I don't even think I think it's within the next 6 weeks that it's going to fully open.
Yeah, that's crazy to me that
really
they just opened up Disneyland, basically.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. And, I was actually scheduled to be in California next week, which I think Disneyland opens Monday, if I'm not, or it could be tomorrow if I'm not. It's sometime within the next 4 or 5 days. Tickets have just been like doorbusters. Like everybody's buying them. They crashed the website today, I think, when they went on sale.
Yeah, it's wild.
So I was planning on being out there next week. I was hoping to go. You have to be a California resident. I looked into fake IDs and changing my, registering a credit card to a friend's house so I could go online and say I'm a resident, whatever. I was going to get in. So that trip got delayed. It looks like I'm not going to be out there for another month or so. So hopefully by then they'll let me out without having to cheat my way in. And Avengers Campus will be open. So I might have lucked out there.
That's going to be good stuff. All right.
Good stuff. There's not a lot of rides yet. Really, the only ride is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which has already been there for a couple of years. It's more, there's a couple restaurants, attractions, museum type stuff, but still, regardless, cool. I'm dying to go. I'm going to get there before the end of the year.
Fair enough. Speaking of crazy stuff, so we're going to UFOs here.
Yeah.
Your favorite thing in the world.
Oh, I love it.
I actually read about this too. So give us your intake on the new UFO stuff going on.
So if you're sitting under a rock, the Pentagon basically admitted that UFOs are real. And it seems like they've been doing this, every 2-3 months for the last year now. Be like, oh yeah, that's real. I think they're just trying to ease us in. So when it happens, everybody's like, oh, cool. They've been warning us. They're here.
Those are the people that do not watch this at all. Like, oh my goodness, the aliens are here. But I've had some visuals here for a while.
Yeah, they're saying these are real as day. We don't know what these are. No country has this technology. We don't have this technology. They're real. The thing I think is cool is they're pyramid shaped. I think my guy Giorgio on Ancient Aliens has been right all along, and these pyramids were made by aliens, and one day they're just going to start rising from the ground. And Giorgio's going to be like, I was right.
You've been preaching about these things for quite some time, so I'll even give you credit on this.
I'm a big alien guy, and hey, they're here. I'm going to be, beam me up. Take me away. There's so much crap going on right now. They might just be here to be like, hey, listen, America, get your shit together.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to shock anybody if these things just all of a sudden pop up. There's some stranger things going on right now.
No, and if they haven't wiped us out by now, like, why are they going to when they reveal themselves? So I think they're peaceful. I think they're friendly.
Yeah, I saw that article. Same time you sent me a message saying we need to talk about UFOs for a little bit. I'm like, this is right down Schubert's alley right here.
Oh, yeah. So. And the guy, I've seen everybody talk about it, they're here. So listen, if you're up there on the mothership and you're listening, hey, let me take a tour sometime.
We're in.
So it's wild. Right. They're not like they won't be like, hey people, there's aliens or there's extraterrestrials or whatever. They're just like, oh no, those videos are real. We don't know what they are. So,
it is weird that the Pentagon does like these little snippets here and there. Yeah, and they do such a small article of it. It's no big deal. We don't know what these are, but they're here.
They're 100% just trying to condition us slow and steady. If they were like, hey, the aliens are landing tomorrow, people would be running down in the streets and burning buildings down. Not like they aren't already, but Jesus.
It's true. Yeah. All right. Well, kind of like UFOs. So I want to get your reaction, Schubert, because we talked about it for like 2 weeks straight.
Hopefully
What's your
this
reaction
isn't.
to Godzilla vs Kong?
Well, we got my reaction.
Yeah, but where do you think they're going from here? That was the big question, though. I really don't know where they're trying to go from. I mean, it was a popcorn movie for sure.
Well, we
But
got my thoughts a couple weeks ago, and I'm sticking to it. I think we're going to get the buddy cop movie between Godzilla and King Kong, but they're like fighting a bad guy and like friends, but like punching each other in the face like Hobbs and Shaw.
Just like a fun old-fashioned movie again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat somebody up. Maybe the aliens. Maybe they throw aliens into the mix. Maybe they throw like a sea monster into the mix or something.
Yeah.
I think there'll be more though. I know there was a hashtag going on the other day. It's like save the MonsterVerse. People seem to think this is the last one, but it was ultra successful. There'll be others.
Yeah.
You finally got around to watching it?
Yeah, I did.
So what are your thoughts?
I mean, it was a typical popcorn movie. I didn't get much out of it. It was a fun movie. I mean, Mecha Godzilla was cool to come out, but
there was a lot of junk to it. The whole Millie Bobby Brown thing was worthless.
Right. I thought it brought down Kong's Island for, I don't know. I feel like it brought the Kong series down a little bit with this one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I kind of wish they had maybe done a New Day Kong one before it. Like they did the Kong prequel.
Yeah.
They did Godzilla. They did Godzilla 2. Maybe there should have been a second Kong movie in before it.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. The Skull Island stuff was so good, and then this one, I don't know. But we'll see. See where they go from here. All right. So the other thing, Schubert, X-Men, obviously, they teased some stuff with MCU universe. So how do you feel about the big tease that might be happening soon?
We're getting a lot of X-Men teases. There's some news out there that for Wolverine, they might actually do sort of like an anthology series, like a Disney Plus series. And, basically Wolverine's hundreds of years old, so they can start doing a prequel, whenever they feel like it. So they could do like one series, first season of Wolverine. It's in like he's like a cowboy. Or like the second season, he could be in the Revolutionary War. And basically it would be their way of introducing Wolverine to us before they have to put him in an X-Men movie. Because at the rate they're going, Wolverine is about minimum 4 to 6 years away from being in an X-Men movie.
Mm-hmm.
If they get the ball rolling on this, it could be a year and a half when we see Wolverine, and then we know him for 2-3 years, and then he shows up in a X-Men movie, and we're like, it's something we've been waiting for years, like kind of like an Avengers moment. Like he shows up, you're like, oh yeah,
gets him off the ground.
I think it's a great idea.
Yep.
Because I mean, Captain America, his first movie was a prequel, and then when he showed up in Avengers, like you knew him a bit. I think it's a smart move.
Yeah.
We can't wait. We can't wait that long for Wolverine. And if they just throw him into the first X-Men movie, it makes no sense. That'll be kind of lame. So I think it's a good way of introducing us to Wolverine without throwing him into the MCU right away.
Yep. Cashing in on everything. That finally getting the X-Men involved in Disney Plus. So be perfect to get him in there. You're right. So
they need to nail the casting though. They never haven't, so there's no concern, but it's really the only role they have where there's big shoes to fill.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So
yeah.
I think if I had my way, it would be an unknown.
Yeah, don't go for the big star.
Don't go for a big star. Go for somebody off the streets who just looks the look and can act the part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a perfect way to start if they do like this type of prequel series. Get the face out there, and then you're right.
Yeah, the way I heard it described was sort of like an American Horror Story, where it's just like an independent plot every season, but features Wolverine. And, his past has always been kind of a mystery. So you could work whether it's amnesia into it or he just is so old he doesn't remember that last storyline. Basically, it could just be a new series with a Wolverine each year. And then he just would show up in X-Men and be like, oh, yeah, here we go.
Yep. All right. I like it. And speaking of that, Schubert, I got to get your reaction now. And it's been a week, so whatever. What was your last impression of, speaking of MCU, the final scene of Falcon Winter Soldier?
That was wild. It was intense. I think everybody's waiting for this Friday just to see what happens.
Because I think I talked to you because I watched that and flew the next day.
Yeah, I think you
haven't watched it yet, and I was like, I need to get your reaction. I don't think I've talked to you about this at all.
No, it's wild, and I think now we have a full-fledged villain on our hands.
Yep, I think so.
I don't know. A lot of this is it's very good, very, very good, and I'm not to take away from it, but a lot of this sort of feels like stuff that was covered in some way, shape, or form in, S.H.I.E.L.D. and even in like Jessica Jones a little bit. It's good and exciting and new because it's new to the MCU, but it kind of feels a little bit rehashed.
Yeah.
The just pure guy, super soldier who was good and is now bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you saw it coming for at least an episode or two. So
oh, sure. There was no doubt, but those shows have sort of done the good gone bad super soldier.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about them,
Do you have any prediction? There's only 2 episodes left, right?
No, we're only at the midway point. I think they're going with 8 now.
They moved to, I thought it was only 6.
From my understanding, it's 8 now. I could be wrong.
Okay. Do you have any prediction what's going to happen?
I have no idea. No idea at this juncture. My still overall prediction is we're going to get a season 2 called not Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but called Captain America and the White Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And just to share one of my other predictions / theories about this that I've seen and liked is that, when Steve gave Falcon the shield at the end of Endgame, and Sam was like, it doesn't feel like my shield. And Steve was like, oh, it is. The theory going around is we might have a situation sort of like Thor's hammer, where he went to that alternate timeline and took his old hammer back to the new timeline. I think we could be looking at a situation where Steve went to an alternate timeline, took a shield from a retired Sam Wilson Captain America, and brought it back to give to young Sam Wilson.
Okay. That's deep.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see some Steve Rogers time screwing around stuff in the later episodes.
Yeah.
Whether it's a quick passing reference or like a full cameo, or I still kind of think he's gonna be in it. So
I like it.
But that's my theory. Sam is definitely walking away with the shield.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you definitely see that happening. So, but it's been good. It's been really good.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to mess up these final few episodes here.
One other thing, I think John Walker, I think we could be headed towards some sort of Thunderbolts team, which is sort of like Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad. Not really, but sort of. I know originally that's why Disney was so intent on getting Black Widow out before Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposedly that's what that end credits had to do with. And they wanted to do that as the first, but maybe they moved stuff around to make this the first. But it sounds like they might be headed toward there, where General Ross is the leader of the Thunderbolts and Walker could be one of his good bad guys, so to speak.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think we're definitely with this this next Suicide Squad movie, it has hit written all over it. And I don't think Marvel would pass up the opportunity to kind of copy that formula.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely don't want DC coming anywhere close to where they are now. So, but all right, so we don't have much more to talk about. I mean, the only other thing I had to bring up was so I don't know if do you follow Resident Evil at all?
Not really, but I saw VR and that kind of piqued my interest.
Yeah, so Capcom, did their whole they do a Resident Evil showcase every year, and so they're doing all the news stories for this, and they did the Resident Evil 4 remake onto the Oculus, which is probably going to be insane. And then a new game that's coming out called Evil Village that comes out in May, which is coming out to PS5 and whatever, all the other stuff. But have you done Resident Evil? I think the number 7 was on the VR. Have you tried that yet?
Not yet.
Me.
It's worth a go.
I don't know. It's too much for me. I don't know. It's scary as hell.
You play in a dark room? Well, it wouldn't matter with the.
It doesn't matter if you're in a dark room. You got the VR on. I mean, the whole time you're having a heart attack. Things are coming at you from all ends and screaming and this and that.
I feel like you'd have to throw on like the noise canceling buds too. Just be like in your own.
Yeah, be in
sensory
your own.
Deprivation.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scary sight. I give people credit that can go through that and be like, it's basically walking through a haunted house for an entire game.
Now, I think I always struggled with Resident Evil controls, so maybe the VR is something I could get into.
Yeah, the controls are always awkward on Resident Evil, and they still are.
Yeah, so maybe the VR, that could be something I could control. Maybe I'll have to give it a shot.
I'll give you credit if you can go through it. Because every single time, I mean, I'm telling you, you're in a corner, it feels like you're obviously in real life in the VR, and you go through that. I'm out on it. But
I was always a Silent Hill guy, so it was kind of like turf war back then. So
it was.
You were one or the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I'll give it a try. I heard that the new Doom port to VR is just pure garbage. So I think we talked about that a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna try it. So.
Yeah, a lot of times the first-person shooter ones aren't the best.
Yeah. So,
all right. So I think that's going to bring us to our most important RIP we've had yet.
Arf, arf.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. So DMX, he passed away last week, obviously, but we didn't get around to this.
We knew it was coming, I think, but didn't get to it.
I feel like we've known it's coming for the past 8 years. Jeez. I think he's been in a grave condition multiple times at this point.
I didn't know that. But.
Well, he's been in the hospital. He was.
I knew he was hanging out in the neighborhood over in Nashua for a while.
Yeah, ended up in the hospital again. Like, it's just not stopped. Unfortunately, he definitely had a lot of issues when it came to drugs and alcohol, like big time. But he's a good man.
Yeah, you were a big DMX guy.
Big DMX guy. Were you not? Were you more Ja Rule? I feel like same thing. You had to pick one of the two.
No, I was primarily at that time at DMX over Ja Rule, but I actually do remember the exact spot where I was when I heard DMX for the first time.
Where was that?
Depending on the way you look at it, it either scarred me for life or it like turned me into a man. But I remember I was on the bus. I think I was in the 6th grade. And I had never heard anything like that. One of the like 8th grade girls was like, "Here, listen to this." Put on the headphones. And I was just like, I think I lost my innocence right there. Just turned. That's when it all turned around the wrong way.
DMX turned you into a man?
I think so. I was just like, what am I listening to? I don't think this is right.
Yeah, it was very different. I know I've told you this story a million times, but I'll just say it again. So my first show I ever went to was in 2000. It was they called it the Fleet Center back then in Boston. And it's a Rough Riders Cash Money tour. My dad took me with 2 of my friends. And I'll never forget, we're in the club section. We go inside, and it smelled. And I told my dad, why does it smell like skunks? I go, what's going on here?
Wait,
So
this was in 2000?
This is in 2000, so I was 14 years old.
I had already been a man 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. So I've known DMX. This is the first time I saw him live. So we're sitting there, and we saw, the big timers come out. They blew up condoms all over the stage, and my dad's horrified. And all of a sudden, DMX comes out in his cage. The first thing he says when he gets on stage is, this has been a great tour. Cash Money, Rough Riders, we're getting along together. And then we find out after the show that there were 6 stabbings out back. So apparently Cash Money, Rough Riders did not get along too well that night. I think they had to postpone the tour after that for a little while. Yeah.
Wild stuff.
But it was a wild, wild time.
The first of many concerts.
The first one, Cash Money, Rough Riders. I mean, not too bad, but it was quite the experience for sure.
Well, it sounds like it.
So DMX, he was a wild man. He lived in Nashua, New Hampshire for a while because that's where his rehab was.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, so he was always in Nashua through rehab. I mean, he kept going in and out of it, but yeah. That was the end of him.
All right. All right,
so,
pour out some Bud Light for him.
Yeah, we got a good man. All right, let's go to the beer rating. This is going to be a decent one, I think. I can go find it, though. All right.
It wasn't the picture this time, at least.
It wasn't the picture. No.
Something fell over there, but it wasn't the picture.
It was ice. So we got, in honor of Wrestlemania,
all right,
we found Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA. So I haven't tried this. Have you tried this yet?
Whenever I've looked for it, I haven't been successful finding it. I think I own a few T-shirts of it, but I've never actually got my hands on it.
I wasn't even looking for it, actually. I was just going in to get a 4-pack, and I did. And then when I was walking out of the store, I saw that in the cooler is a single. And I said, I can't pass that
From what I've seen from his social, it seems to be getting pretty into stores.
Okay.
So,
all right. So I pour this guy out.
I feel like you got to have 2 of them and crash it. You have to do it the right way.
Well,
don't fill a cup. Crash it over another can.
Well, I only got 1 because they sold them in once.
You should have got 2. You should have thought that out.
I should have. I wasn't thinking of it. It caught me by surprise when I was walking out the store. So this is Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA. It's by El Segundo Brewing. Segundo in California. So let's see here.
Give it a shot.
I expected it to be hard. It literally tastes like oranges and grass.
All right.
I don't know if it's a good or bad thing.
It kind of sounds like it could be a good thing.
I mean, it's really smooth. There's like no
for
aftertaste
an IPA?
whatsoever. There's no aftertaste at all.
It is an IPA, correct?
It's an IPA, 6.7%. But so it's not the normal 10% we've been doing. Recently.
On the lighter side?
Definitely on the lighter side.
Almost like a session with the alcohol, though.
It's like it's definitely a West Coast IPA for sure. Right. So I'm gonna have to give it a hell yeah at 7.3.
Well, good. I thought you were gonna put it down and give it a 3.16.
No. I can't give it that low. How much that would make sense to give it that? I can't do it. It's better than I thought it would be. When I got this, it's like this is maybe one of those beers I'm gonna hate, but I can't hate it because it's Steve Austin.
No, you can't hate it. Good. You might have to add that to the rotation.
Yeah, I think even you could drink this one. I think.
Yeah,
this is like a slight up taste of Bud Light, but still smooth. Are you drinking anything over there?
I just get my normal Bud Lights. I got the stadium aluminum bottles because I just couldn't get myself off of them after drinking so many at the stadium at $16 a pop this weekend.
Does it have a team on it, or is it
no team? They're just playing.
Yeah, they're not, keeping them over for 3, 4, 5 months at a time.
No.
So
also, I'm in Wisconsin, so if they had Packers bottles, I think these idiots would have been drinking those out as fast as they could put them into stores.
It's true. Did you go to any bars around there since you've been there, or no?
I thought about it, but no. I'm kind of I'm still hungover from the weekend, I think.
Because Wisconsin's like one of those like dive bars only over there.
Yeah,
right?
there is. There, I passed through a town where it's kind of like Cheers. They all know my name. Bartender remembers me every summer, but I haven't been out there in about a summer and a half. I thought about going to see him, but it wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, no, I agree. The WrestleMania took a lot out of us, I think. So
yeah,
definitely, we'll get back to normal soon.
Especially, I think I got some more hot spots up and coming, so I'm sort of saving for those. Looks like a trip back to Orlando is in the cards.
Oh, no. All right. I expect multiple souvenir cups then.
Yeah.
So we didn't get one at WrestleMania. I'm really disappointed. I thought we'd come back here and have one.
So I was planning on it, and they shut off beer earlier than I expected.
Yeah. Well, I think they shut off the beer because they delayed it because of the rain.
Right.
And so it didn't start till, 9 o'clock?
It didn't start till 9 o'clock, and I think beer was probably over by 10:30.
Yeah. So that really screwed up the souvenir cup experience.
Yes. I was getting on my flight, and the guy in front of me boarding had one in his back pocket. I thought about snatching it.
You should have. Yeah, because when we went to the merchandise, the merchandise table.
Cleaned out.
They only had 4X shirts. That's all they had left.
You figured those would be the first to go.
Oh, I know. What is this? I'm like, I don't need a bed sheet, so I'll take one of those hats over there or something. I don't know. But they definitely cleared things out quick.
When we got into the stadium, the merch line was nothing I'd ever seen. It was a mile long. You weren't even looking at the merch.
Yeah. So
I think people were getting into line, not knowing what the line was for.
Just getting in it for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, $450 title belts. So those things are going like water.
Yeah. People were just waiting. They hadn't given the WWE any money in over a year. They were just dying to.
Yeah. Yeah. People were spending left and right. So,
they made a bunch of money and then fired a bunch of people today. So
they did. You got to save money everywhere.
Classy organization.
All right. Should we just get to the stump shoe? You ready for this?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, so we made it to the stump shoe segment. 6 questions.
I've had a week off, but right before that, I think I almost set my all-time best.
Was it 4 or was it 5?
I think it was debatable, but I think we called it 4.
We'll have to pull that back up because it was pretty good. I'm still going easier on you, be honest with you. So, all right, so you ready for question number 1?
Hell yeah. Hopefully it's about Stone Cold.
What crystals are lightsabers made from?
Kyber.
Correct. All right. See? Start off nice and easy.
Good start. Drink up.
It's not too bad. I don't understand why Chris Jericho didn't drink it when he's doing the podcast.
He's a vodka man. Yeah, you didn't know that?
But he doesn't drink any beer, just in honor?
I think all he does is drink Grey Goose, to the best of my knowledge.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I sent him a message trying to get him on the show for when we're in his presence. We'll have to provide it.
So quick detour here. So Schubert and I are going on the Chris Jericho cruise. We are going to do everything we can to talk to Chris Jericho to get him to say something on Drunken Nerds podcast.
Stone Cold had a good podcast with him. We would have an even better one. So Chris, if you're out there, come on the show. The invitation's there.
He can't run away from us on the cruise. It's only so far he can go.
Not the whole time.
We'll get him.
From my understanding, too, on the past cruises, he's a bit of a night owl.
Yeah.
As are we. So feels pretty imminent.
No escape. Now that we know what he likes to drink, so we'll set him right up.
We'll get some Grey Goose. We might have to smuggle it on board. They might not. I know it's all you can drink, but they might not have top shelf for us peasants. All
right, we'll get some Grey Goose, special ones for him. So, all right. Well, speaking of number two question at WrestleMania 14, Stone Cold beat Shawn Michaels to become the WWF Heavyweight Champion for the first time. Who left the ring with him?
Who left the ring with who?
Stone Cold. When he won the title.
Same guy that left the ring with Chris Jericho last night. Iron Mike Tyson.
That's correct. All right, Schubert.
I'll drink with you.
So far, so good.
We're on a roll, but I had a good start the last couple times, and then the last few seem to always get me. I think that's your new style.
Well, I like to make it a little hard. Get your confidence up a little bit, and then move you down a bit.
I see what you're doing over there.
Okay, what was DMX's first single?
Is it Rough Riders Anthem?
Incorrect. No, that was later in his career.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get this. Is it something dog related?
No. It's Born Loser.
Nah.
It's a good one. So if you got that one, you might have gotten them all. Because I know you're getting the next one. So.
Yeah, I was hoping your DMX would be more of the common man knowledge, something like
his
that.
Real name or something?
Something X gonna give it to you related. Like,
yeah.
What movie was that from?
Deadpool.
No.
X gonna give it to you?
Yeah.
Well, it's in Deadpool.
It's in Deadpool, but it was specifically made for a movie.
They say, what movie is it in? I figured
it's probably in like 100 movies.
Yeah.
No, it was released as a movie, part of a movie soundtrack.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't come across that during my trivia research either.
Look it up. I'm not positive what movie. I want to say it's like a Jet Li movie for sure.
Yeah.
I want to say it's Jet Li. I want to say maybe Romeo Must Die.
Okay.
But I'm pretty positive it's a Jet Li movie.
We're going to have to Google this then.
Yeah, we're going to have to pull it up.
All right, Stuart. Question number 4, which you're 100% going to get this, but what is the name of Wolverine's son?
Dakin.
Correct.
Yeah. All righty.
All right. Question number 5, which you have about a 0% chance to get.
Oh, thank you.
What is the name of the theme song for Resident Evil 7?
Let the bodies hit the floor? I don't freaking know.
That is actually an incredible guess. Not correct, but that's actually would make the most sense.
It's like
right off the top of your tongue.
It's like a one that they're using for just like the promotional material. It's like
it's just a creepy song. It's called "Go Tell Aunt Roddy."
How the hell would I have gotten that?
There's no chance you would have gotten.
Who sings it?
I didn't know if I have no idea.
So it's not even a real song.
It's a real song. It's on Tidal, so I pulled it up to listen to it. It's just creepy.
I would have guessed some Marilyn Manson, maybe some 9 Inch Nails.
See, going into this, I didn't know if you were a huge Resident Evil fan.
No.
I didn't think you were, but I didn't know if you were.
All right, I got one more to redeem myself.
So this last question is going to be a little, I don't know. We'll see. So question number 6. As a fan, not a wrestler, so it's not a wrestler that was in WrestleMania, what pop star was in the regular audience for night 2 of WrestleMania?
Wait, so there's somebody just there.
A pop star who posted pictures. He's just in the regular crowd, not in the VIP box, regular crowd. That he was there.
Oh,
he was there. Yeah.
Post Malone?
Incorrect.
Oh.
It's Ryan Cabrera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus. Do you know why?
No.
It's Alexa Bliss's husband / fiance, whatever.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
I didn't think of that angle. I thought you meant as like a fan. That's a family member.
Yeah, no, he was in like the regular part. I think he was actually near us because he was on the left side of the ship.
We weren't there night 2.
That's right, we weren't there night 2. That's right. Well, he was in our section over there.
Why was he? That's the only seats he gets?
Apparently. Well, I think that's all he wanted. I think he wanted to be in the crowd.
Guess so.
Do you know who was backstage both nights?
Who's that?
I mean, I don't want to get into this too much, so we'll just say it was Ron DeSantis.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was backstage for both nights.
I had a wager with my mom about that, so I win.
Yeah. So big WD fan apparently. Did an interview after for him.
Big live crowds guy.
Yeah.
So.
All right. We did pretty good though. That was 4 for 6, I think, right?
3 for 6.
Oh, 3. That's right. You didn't the DMX one. That's right. 3 for 6.
50-50.
Still pretty good.
One of these days, I will sweep.
It's going to be very hard for me not to do like the impossible question, at least one of them.
That's what I'll be happy with.
But one day it'll shock me. You'll shock me with the impossible question.
I feel like it. I feel like if I had got that Resident Evil one and shocked you, you would have been in trouble.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, I knew you're a big video gamer. Not a big video gamer. We play video games.
You know, like I said, it was that sort of turf war between Silent Hill and Resident Evil, and I was always a Silent Hill guy.
Yeah. Everybody's got that sick obsession with like one game that you don't know about, and next thing you know,
yeah.
So, all right, let's go. What's on tap for the weekend? All right, Cheever, what's going on this weekend in Wisconsin?
Not a whole lot. I'm actually going to be, running around traveling a good portion of the weekend. So not very exciting. A lot of time on an airplane, a lot of time at the airport. So not too exciting. Looks like I'll be headed home maybe Saturday night. So we'll see.
All right. Well, I've been too well behaved since WrestleMania. So
you got to get it out of your system.
I'm going off the rails on Saturday for the Jake Paul fight.
All right. Where are you doing that? I might have to join you.
So I'm going to a uncle's house.
Oh, okay.
His name's Donnie. So I'm going to Donnie's house to watch the Jake Paul fight. Again, there's a UFC fighter, Ben Askren.
Yeah.
They say that.
He's going to actually kill him, I think.
Yep. So did you know that Jake Paul is like a minus 230 favorite in this fight?
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So if you go on if you go on DraftKings right now, it's minus 230. Apparently, Ben Askren, from what I researched, he's a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
He refused his entire career to ever take up boxing because he thought that everything was won on the mat.
Is it straight boxing?
It's straight boxing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the reason why Jake Paul, I didn't know that either. They said that Askren's gonna, mess with them the whole fight.
The last I'd heard, like even, I want to say DC and Joe Rogan were talking, and they were like, he might actually kill him. Maybe they must not have known it was straight boxing either.
Right. Yeah. That's a difference.
Is it exhibition or is it legit?
No, exhibition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not legit.
So they can knock each other out, or they can't
knock each other out?
Yes.
I think they can. I don't know though.
Yeah, so that was like the Mike Tyson fight. They weren't technically allowed to knock each other out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I did hear was like it's just boxing. Askren does not know how to box at all.
Yeah.
Like in a normal fight, the guy could probably kill Jake Paul.
Kill him, yeah.
So another big thing, Justin Bieber is performing.
Really?
Yeah,
okay. He did on the last one too, didn't he?
Have you seen the artist lineup for this fight?
Oh yeah, it's basically a concert live.
It's insane. You get the Black Keys, Bieber.
It's quite a few. Yeah.
AJR.
Maybe Bad Bunny will show up.
Oh my goodness, I would
Keep it
love
going.
Bad Bunny to come up. Oh.
Did you get the tickets today?
So apparently, I tried to get the tickets.
It was chaos.
Yeah,
chaos from what I've heard.
Yep.
I think General on sales tomorrow. Might have to give it another shot.
I'll give it another shot. I'm going to Bad Bunny.
Yeah. So Saturday, I think I get tentatively right now. I get in around 4 or 5 o'clock. So I might have to join you. I was gonna take it easy, but that sounds like something to get on board for.
I think it's definitely something to get on board for. So anyway, watch the Jake Paul fight. I don't know what's gonna happen. I would love to see the guy get knocked out, but we'll see. If for not anything, going to get an entire concert for the entire fight.
Yeah. And which the production for the Mike Tyson one was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So I imagine this one's going to be much of the same.
Right. Is Snoop Dogg commentary on this one by chance?
If he is, it's worth whatever you're paying for the fight.
I could look that up, actually.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we made it through. Not the smoothest one, but we got through it.
One thing I had to ask before we go any further. Did you ever do the giveaway?
I did.
Yes. So you got some responses.
I got, we'll have 11 people that follow us. You know who I gave it to?
Who was that?
Because all of our friends and family over here. So if people want to join on, that'd be great. It was Dennis.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually pulled it up because I did the, whatever that site was. You put the names in and it randomly pops it out. It
so
came
congratulations.
French 441. So
congratulations. You got a Bonnaroo fanny pack that probably will never get used at Bonnaroo.
There's some really cool stuff inside.
Awesome.
I told him he has to post it, though, because I'm not going to share with anybody.
Awesome.
It's pretty awesome when it's inside.
So we are probably doing another one soon. Maybe we'll ramp up our social media campaign within the next week or two. We keep saying this. I keep writing it down. It's going to happen. We're going to get it together.
Yeah.
Tell them where they can find it.
Exactly. We're doing the podcast now just to get things off the ground here. We love doing this. So we're going to get back to the social media, more stuff. You can find us at the Drunken Nerds on Twitter, on Instagram. Find me at Drunken Saber on Twitter. And Schubert.
I'm at Matt Does It All on just about every platform.
Right. So we'll get there. We're doing this. We love it. So
I'm going to try to make it homework this week. I'm going to spend a lot of time in the air over the next 2 weeks. Gives me a good amount of time to square it away.
I could ask this question now, though, since you're talking about this. Did you ever finish the Mario thing that you were on Instagram Live? What was that thing called?
The Lego Mario.
Did you ever finish Lego Mario?
No, I didn't come close.
My wife pulled you up on Instagram. She was dying laughing. Like, what is he doing? Trying to put this thing together. I'm like, I don't think he's going to finish it.
No. So I finally got home to where I had a spare iPad that I could use. And I was just like, this is too much.
All right. So
if I'm home this week, there's a chance I'm home, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If that's the case, it's happening one of those days.
Okay, let's do it. I'll get better too, and I'll start live streaming some things that people don't care to see, but I'm going to do it anyway. So
that seems to be all Instagram is. So
yep. We'll make it interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week, and cheers.
Go get drunk, you nerds.
That's right. Let's do it.